Hey guys, welcome back to the Lion's Den. You are now tuned into episode 6 of the Feed Feels Pod. A space to feel it all, the soft, the messy, and the magic. I'm gonna take my glasses off because I hate when you can see the little glare. Um, this episode is going to be very different because I'm not recording in my usual podcast space. I am recording from the comfort of my own home. So I apologize if you guys hear any noises or anything like that. A little scatter. Because I do have a little guest in the back. His name is Boba. That's my son. My newborn son. But yes, y'all. Today's episode is going to be very different. I feel like I have been, in terms of the space. And not too much on my do-rag, y'all. Because, you feel me? Today is Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth. We're going to get into all of that. But today is Juneteenth, okay? And I got my do-rag on because I'm getting ready for the things that I'm going to get into later, okay? I got my hair swooped and duped and laid, baby. So don't worry about that. But I feel like this was the perfect way to start this episode, honestly, because, like, lately I have been realizing that, like, I've been putting off things and, like, you know, like, overthinking shit because I want everything to be perfect. And I feel like oftentimes I've talked about shit like this on my pod before, and I be, you know, dropping gems, but sometimes I don't even follow my own advice. So I feel like I just been waiting for everything to be perfect to show up, you know, perfect timing, perfect mood, you know, perfect setup, perfect hair, and life just doesn't work like that. And like I said, today's Juneteenth, and one thing I have been reflecting on is just freedom, not just historically, but personally too. You know, the freedom to grow, the freedom to change, the freedom to just show up as your authentic self, even when everything isn't perfect and polished. You know, um, like I said, speaking of change, I'm not recording in my usual space, and that's because your girl is finally in her own apartment. Yes, at 23 years old, right before Leo season, bitch. A nice little gift to myself, okay? Yup. So, like I told you guys, I've been thinking a lot about just identity, community, you know, and I feel like Juneteenth always gets me in that reflecting mode. Even before Juneteenth, honestly, like just June as a whole, like this month, you know, with the mental health awareness month just shifting into this month of pride, you know, jubilee and freedom. It's a And then on top of that, it's Caribbean Heritage Month too. Like, if you are Black, Caribbean, and queer, this is our fucking month. You feel what I'm saying? So I just feel like I've been reflecting and like ruminating on a lot of things, and like, you know, like I said, I just been, yeah, ruminating on like what it means to be Black and what it means to belong, and how different people and experiences kind of like different people, different experiences, but we can still relate to each other. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we're in Pride season. We've got parades, festivals, celebrations. You know, people showing up as their full selves. And whether we're talking about Juneteenth, Pride, Caribbean Heritage Month, fucking Freaknik, whatever the hell you want to talk about, when you think about all of it, it ties it together. And community and freedom can exist authentically. So it's a couple things I wanted to talk about, like, you know, my personal freedom, you know, me getting my apartment, growth and showing up imperfectly, and, you know, community and identity, Juneteenth, Pride, Caribbean heritage, and just the sense of belonging, and also these diaspora wars that we just can't seem to stare away from. The Black unity is just, it's just not unity. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like, it's a couple things I want to talk about. And every time I'm looking down, looking away, it's because I have notes. It's so hard. Like, it's so hard to remember everything, okay, in this little brain of mine. I be having so many thoughts just overflowing on top of each other. But that's why we're going to write it down. So, like I said, freedom isn't perfection. Why do I keep waiting until everything is perfect to want to show up for myself? Literally, nothing is perfect. Nothing. And you sitting here waiting around for shit to be perfect. It ain't ever gonna be perfect, baby. You just, how much shit are you gonna, how much stuff are you gonna miss out on because you want everything to look a certain kind of way? You know? It's just unrealistic. Sorry, I'm trying to scroll back up to something that I wrote that's just, I'm blanking on it right now. But yes, um, yeah, like I said, how much time have I lost waiting? You know what I'm saying? I feel like for a long time, like I felt like I thought that freedom meant, I don't think I thought that, but I feel like subconsciously I probably I thought that because of how I was showing up, you know what I'm saying? Like thinking that everything has to be all together. And I feel like real freedom is just allowing yourself to be, to just be while being a work in progress. Like, I think we forget that we have free will and like, we could do whatever the fuck we want to do as long as it's intentional. And I feel like that's true freedom. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And then tying into the community and the identity, like what does it mean to belong? Why do humans crave community so much? Have you ever felt like you didn't fit into a community where you were supposed to belong? Because I feel like I have felt that personally. It's not something that like I say is like crippling or like causing me any type of, real harm, but it is something that bothers me. It is something that, I pay attention to. It is something that kind of like, ruffles my feathers and has like my antennas going up because it's just like, isn't this supposed to be for X, Y, and Z? So why am I feeling like A, B, C, D? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just feel like every culture creates spaces where people can feel, you know, seen, heard, like they belong. Whether that's Juneteenth, the Pride, like the LGBTQ plus IA community, Carnival, like Juve, and you know what I'm saying, the little freakniks, church, family reunions, whatever people feel belong, whatever people feel like they mesh in, people just don't want to be alone. Like that's real community. Like nobody is put on this earth to die alone. Like yes, people are like, oh, I was born alone, I'm gonna die alone. That is true, but I feel like we are meant to be on the earth to connect, to support each other, to create, to progress, grow, and build something bigger. Cause what is the point? Like I said, I feel like life is all about being intentional. I really don't feel like it matters. I feel like nothing really fucking matters. You know what I'm saying? Like you only have one life to live. You could do whatever you want to do. But I feel like as long as you're not hurting anybody, you know, yeah. But and this ties into the whole like the community and the identity shit. Like we as black people, we just want to feel. You know what I'm saying? We just want to belong somewhere. But I also feel like it's just so fucking weird. It's so conflicting. Like the whole shit don't make sense sometimes because it's like yes and no. Like for me for example, when we talk about community and how this ties into the diaspora wars that people keep talking about, like on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, I see it all over where people are like, oh, like you know we're not the same kind of black. You know what I'm saying? And for me personally, like I was raised Caribbean. Like I feel like in my household, in my home, like I definitely felt very, you know, Afro Caribbean. Like that's how I would say that I was raised in terms of like the traditions, the cultures, the food that we ate, like just the way that you know people spoke in my house. I am a first generation. Like, my parents were not born here. However, I still had to wake up every day and go to school in Brooklyn. You feel what I'm saying? So I just feel like, I don't know. Like, I went to school around Black Americans, Africans, Latinos, West Indians, like everybody. So why is it that our identities can't coexist? You know, and we are in a country that is white America. Like, y'all keep forgetting. I feel like Black people, like Black Americans, like they're so fixated wanting to be accepted as a citizen of America. You know what I'm saying? And it don't matter if you were born here. It don't matter if your great grand and all your ancestors trace back to uh being in America for the longest that you guys could, remember, or whatever the case may be. As long as you have as long as you have this nose, these lips, you feel me? This fucking skin. This hair under this damn do-rag. This damn do-rag. As long as you have any of those things, as long as you have anything, any features, any phenotypes, anything that make you look like a Black person, you will be treated like a fucking Black person. So I really don't understand why is it that we can't be united yet. Like, do you guys not realize that like we're the only group of people that don't really stick together? And yeah, all of that may be propaganda. All of that may be, like the things that you see in the media, or that's being, pushed to make us think that, yeah, it's us, we're the problem. We're not the problem, baby. Like, Black on Black crime, Black on Black, all that dumb shit that y'all niggas want to focus on, instead of we come together. How do y'all not realize that there's power in numbers? Y'all too busy worried about who the fuck is Black enough, like it's a competition. Like, and it's really not about being Black. It's about being American. If you think about it, y'all are fixated with being Americans. It has nothing to do with being Black. Yeah, there's so many different types of Black, but at the end of the day, we all fucking Black. We all Black. We all Black. Doesn't matter if you came from Africa. It doesn't matter if you came from Jamaica. It doesn't matter if you came from fucking Mississippi. It does not matter. Why are we so focused on that when there's bigger shit to worry about? Why are we so focused on that? Yes, we are different, but difference difference doesn't equate, division. Why do we have, just because we not the same, just because we didn't have the same upbringing to a T, you know what I'm saying? We can't relate. We can't coexist. We can't resonate with each other. How? How is that? How? When we both look in the mirror, what do you see? You know what I'm saying? Freedom isn't about, I feel like freedom isn't just about breaking the chains, from the white man. It's also breaking, these walls that we keep putting up between each other. And all of this comes from, anti-Blackness and, us being brainwashed and conditioned to believe these negative connotations about our own people because of the fucking propaganda. I'm sorry. I keep yelling and I'm forgetting I got this damn mic in front of me. So it ain't, I ain't trying to blow y'all motherfucking eardrums, but when I talk about this shit, I feel so passionately about it because I consider myself to be, a plethora of things. Yes, I consider myself to be a Afro-Caribbean person, but I also consider myself to be a Black American as well. Like, I feel like two things can be true. Y'all always trying to, like, just, put ourselves in these fucking boxes, and we don't belong to any of them. Like, just like how I don't need to be perfect to show up, maybe we don't need to be exactly the same to be able to stand together. Like, bro, look at the fucking Knicks parade. As happy as I am to see my New Yorkers, you know what I'm saying, have like this collective joy and, all show up and come together, whether you're white, Black, yellow, blue, purple, you know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing to see, but I just wish that, like, I wish that people could show up for better shit, shit that actually fucking mattered. Had we all done that for, the election and, like, other shit that has been happening that's on the media, all the things, all these people, all these little boys and girls that are fucking dying for nothing. Dumb shit. Still in 2026, and y'all telling me that there's nothing more that Us. We can't do nothing else. You know, but I say all that to say I don't want to keep rambling. I don't want to make this too long. Um, all I want to say is I love you guys. Happy Juneteenth. Stay safe. Happy Pride. Happy Caribbean Heritage Month. You know, this is our month, bitch. This is our year. This is our every damn thing. The fuck. But I just want to say I'm happy. No, Knicks and 5. The fuck. And yeah, keep tuning in, keep commenting, keep liking, keep sharing my content. If there's anything in particular that you guys want me to talk about, or you have a question, whatever the fuck it is, don't be afraid to DM us on my on Fee Fails Pod. You can also DM me on my personal page if that works for you. If you want to comment something right here as well, that works too. Whatever you do, I appreciate all the support. Yeah. That's it. That's all. It's your girl Feline checking out the Lions Den. Peace.